Today we're going to talk about self-serving bias. Before we get started, let's define what self-serving bias really is. Self-serving bias is a type of cognitive bias that involves attributing our successes to positive attributes and blaming our failures on outside forces. In order to further understand this, let's look at an example. Suppose you have a test in one of your classes. If you pass, you'll believe it's because you studied hard. If you fail, you'll believe it was because the professor didn't properly cover the material, or maybe he wasn't fair when making the test itself. You'll use any excuse other than your own ability for why you failed the exam. So, why does this happen? Self-serving bias allows people to protect their self-esteem. By attributing positive events to personal attributes, people get a boost in confidence. By blaming outside sources for failures, people protect their self-esteem and absolve themselves from personal responsibility. There are many factors that influence the self-serving bias, such as age, culture, gender, and depression. Older adults tend to make more internal attributions, while men tend to make more external attributions. People from cultures that emphasize collectivism and depressed individuals tend to stray away from the self-serving bias. So, is self-serving bias a bad thing? Maybe not. It might give people the motivation they need to do better. For example, if you blame your lack of working out on your busy work schedule rather than your own ability or even laziness, it might give you more motivation to find the time to exercise. So, what did we learn today? We talked about what self-serving bias really is, the reasons why it occurs, the factors that influence it, and even some of the benefits it may bring. The most important takeaway is that self-serving bias guards our self-esteem and can sometimes interfere with how we evaluate information and make decisions. It's important that we understand exactly what it is and what causes it so that we can be cautious of it in the future.